Number 17, it's a new era again. It's 1987, and Timothy Dalton is Bond, beating out Pierce Brosnan. Now, he brought a very less humorous edge to the franchise from the very camp and classic Roger Moore. Now, we kissed Seiko goodbye here, so that's an end of an era. And would you believe Bond came strapped in with a Tag Heuer professional night dive, reference 980.031. It's a quartz dive watch, and the piece's luminous dial contrasted nicely with its black case and bracelet. Pretty stylish watch. Number 18 is License to Kill. And I got to say, Timothy's films had some pretty cool names, if I'm honest with you. It's 1989. It's his second and final performance as James Bond. And you guessed it, just for shits and giggles, we've brought back the Swiss legend, the Rolex Submariner Reference 16610. Honouring the iconic tradition and bringing it back for one last outing. Okay. Right, we've hit what I sort of call the more modern era, which maybe just shows my age a little bit. But at number 19, classic Bond film, because it came roaring back to life in the mid-80s, 1995, and Pierce Brosnan finally gets his chance. Irish actor Pierce takes the lead role. Now, he's got sharp looks, there's no doubt about that, and he had a pretty sly demeanour about him, and he made a really cool Bond, I've got to admit. He kind of harked back to some campiness, kind of along the lines of Roger Moore's 1970s Bonds. And GoldenEye introduced another new thing, the Omega, to the franchise as the watch partner. In fact, it was the Omega Seamaster Professional 300M. The reference is 2541-80, and it's a quartz dive watch. And true to form, this watch was tricked out by Q-Branch, touting a laser bezel and a built-in detonator. Pretty cool watch. Okay, number 20, Tomorrow Never Dies, and it's 1997. Pierce is back, and Omega returns for the second installment. And in this one, he's pitted against a power-hungry media mogul. It's good to see that things don't change. Now, in this one, it's an automatic chronometer version of the Seamaster, and it could remotely detonate a hand grenade. Pretty cool, huh? All right, number 21, The World Is Not Enough. Pierce is back. It's 1999. Now, as is the way, repetition is key to marketing. So Omega doesn't reinvent the wheel. They bring back the same Seamaster in this film that he had in the previous one. However, there's no gadgetry in this film. There is new gadgetry. In fact, it's some of the coolest gadgetry I see in the modern era. It's the ultra-powerful light source and a quick action grappling hook. Oh, how could I forget that? That thing was hilarious when he used it in the film. I mean, could you imagine this sprouting out a line and then like lifting yourself up with that? I mean, it's ludicrous, but it's great. Number 22, Die Another Day. It's 2002. Yep, we're in the noughties. Pierce is back, and so is bikini-clad Halle Berry in her prime. Now, the Omega Seamaster Professional 300M, reference 2531.80, is also back for Brosnan's final film. And it's also tricked out a la GoldenEye style. That's it, built-in laser and detonator. All right, people. I don't know if this is the moment you've been waiting for, but perhaps maybe I've been waiting for. Number 23, Casino Royale. All right, the year is 2006. I can't believe that. And we've got a new Bond in Daniel Craig. Yep, blue-eyed, blonde-haired beauty that is Daniel Craig. I'll never forget him in those little tiny shorts coming out of the water in the Caribbean. Lovely. Okay. Now, uber serious Daniel Craig kicked in a new era of the films and arguably some of the best films that we've seen. Now, in this one, Bond wears two Omega watches. First of all, he wears the Seamaster Planet Ocean, which can be seen very well in the opening sequences action sequences of the film. He then follows it up with the Omega Seamaster Professional 300M with a reference 220.80.00. He follows this up in number 24, Quantum of Solace. Okay, this is 2008, and this is probably considered one of the worst, it's probably a harsh word, but one of the worst Bond films of any era. It was a bit of a disappointment. Now, you get brief glimpses in this film of the Omega Seamaster Planet Ocean with a stainless steel bracelet. And that's about all you get to see in this film. So we're going to skip over and we're going to go to number 25, where some of my favorite watches appear. Number 25 is Skyfall. It was released in 2012. Daniel Craig is back 6 years on from his first outing, and he wears two different Seamasters in this film, and it's at the time the highest rated of the franchises. During the opening scenes, he sports a Planet Ocean 600 meter with a unique case of titanium. Okay, fun fact. The same watch was later sold for just under 200,000 euros at a Christie's 50 Years of Bond auction. I mean, shit. That's a lot of money, guys. The other model he wears is the Aquaterra with a stunning blue dial and stainless steel bracelet. Very sexy watches. Okay, number 26, and probably one of my favorite watches, is Spectre. It's 2015. Daniel Craig is back. And courtesy of Q Branch, Daniel Craig as 007 gets his first tricked out watch. Yep. This watch is the Omega Seamaster 300 reference. Bear with me, this is long. 233.32.31.41.21.01.001. This was designed exclusively for the film. The watch features a NATO strap and comes with explosive capabilities. Bond also wears an Aquaterra model with a black dial earlier in the film, but it's the Seamaster that remains synonymous with this particular installment. To prove this, Omega released a limited edition Spectre Seamaster 300 for purchase, of course without the tricked out explosive capability. Now for me, this is one of my favorite watches because it kind of has an Art Deco 1950s feel that harks back to like the original Seamaster watches, and it just looks gorgeous. Okay, last one. It's number 27 and it's No Time to Die, and this film came out most recently and still had an epic Seamaster Diver 300M coaxial master chronometer. Yep, Bond was back. Titanium on titanium, reference 210.90.42.20.01.001. This is a really beautiful looking watch too. It looks similar to this, but it's got like a yellowy gold dial accented on it, which kind of gives it that Art Deco feel and a real Bond look for some reason. They made the mesh bracelet cool again. I tried it on the other day. It's a super nice watch. They nailed it. There's about 3 other watches that appear not on James's wrist, but the Aquaterra makes an appearance on the new 007's wrist, and Moneypenny even sports an Omega in some of the office scenes. It's the end of an era, I think. It's not really official yet, but I mean, it's the end of the era in terms of Daniel Craig as Bond. He's had one of the most popular outings, and I personally have loved his films and every minute of them. And there's speculation about whether or not Omega will return with the partnership. I guess we won't know until the filmmakers have decided what they're going to do next. And we'll see if anyone else scrambles to get in on the action watch-wise, because these watches are famous and synonymous with that character. And I think what Omega has done to kind of popularize their brand with them has been amazing. It's not the sole reason I bought this watch, but it didn't hurt. So look, if you haven't seen these films, please go and see them. You're going to have to obviously chunk out a bit of time to do it, but they're well worth it. And if you have seen them and you love them, yes, excellent, because I love you. Look, Daniel Craig is probably my favorite Bond. Then it would be Sean Connery for me, and maybe like Roger and Piers together. And, you know, they're just fun films, and I'm so glad that we've got them in this world. Stay tuned, because I've got heaps more content coming to you guys. I'm going to mix it up with reviews, some famous watches. I'm going to do Magnum, yeah. And just some technical stuff, because I want to learn about these watches. I mean, when I started as an enthusiast, didn't even know what lug to lug meant. I know, it's very embarrassing, but hey, who cares? Again, please hit the like button if you've enjoyed this, and please subscribe so you can keep up to date, and hit the little notification and you'll find out when the new videos come. Until next time, thank you.